welcome to Hot Off the List. I'm Mr. Jonathan, and I'm here with Miss Michelle and our special guest for today. Kalynn Bayron is the New York Times and indie best-selling author of Cinderella is Dead and the Vanquishers series. She is a classically trained vocalist and musical theater enthusiast. When she's not writing, you can find her watching scary movies and spending time with her family. Today, we're talking to her about her YA fantasy novel, This Poison Heart, which introduces us to Briseis, a teenager with a magical affinity for plants. When she inherits a dilapidated estate from a family member she didn't even know existed, she learns that her family has its sinister secrets and that there are people in the town of Rhinebeck who are determined to harness her power for themselves. Hi, Kalynn. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So this Poison Heart is on the Florida Teens Reads list this year, which is really, really exciting. What does it feel like when you find out that your book is going to be part of one of those state lists?
Yeah, it's amazing because I love my readers so much and I love my work. I feel really lucky to be able to do this work and to write these types of stories. And so when I hear that that something that I've done is going to reach even more readers, young readers, it just makes me feel incredibly happy and proud and inspired to continue the work.
Well, congratulations. Go ahead. Well,
I was going to say one of the great things about the Florida Teen Reads list is that the students of Florida will be voting on their favorites. So that to me is always such a special thing too, because it's so student oriented. So yes. I hope that they will enjoy this book as much as we did.
I hope so too. I really do.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Briseis has a magical connection to plants. And I'm wondering, do you have a green thumb?
I do not. I have whatever the opposite of a green thumb is. I have killed so many plants. Like snake plants are supposed to be the easiest plants to keep in your house. They don't need special things. I have a dead one, literally, I'm looking at it right now in the corner. I cannot keep plants alive to save my life. So I'm kind of living vicariously through Briseis.
That sounds familiar to me too.
Yeah.
Well, the covers of your books, designed by Monzie Jackson and Raymond Sebastian, have a bold, arresting style. Did the illustrators seek your input, and how do you feel about the covers?
Yeah, I love the covers. I feel like I've been really lucky. So a lot of times authors don't get a lot of input into the covers. Sometimes you just kind of get what you get. But my publisher has been amazing. They come to me every single time. They ask me what I'm looking for. We kind of go through a portfolio of artists to try to find someone who has the right kind of style with what I'm thinking. I'm a very visual person, so I will send reference photos and things like that to my team as we're kind of looking for artists. And so, yeah, Raymond Sebastian, who did the cover for This Poison Heart and This Wicked Fate, just completely knocked it out of the park. I am so thrilled that I have these covers, and it's amazing. I can't draw to save my life, so I'm in awe when I see people who can take something that I described in the weirdest way to them and put it and bring it to life. It's just amazing.
They're really arresting. When you see them on the shelf, they really pop.
Yeah. And it's brought a whole new there are people who haven't heard of the book, but who see the cover and pick it up. And that's just, that's the power of that artwork. It's just amazing.
So this book doesn't shy away from discussing gentrification, defunding the police in favor of better social programs, and other social issues the authors might shy away from in our current political climate. And I'm wondering, do you think fiction has the power to demonstrate for teens how to engage critically with economic and political realities?
Absolutely. I think YA and middle grade sometimes get a bad rap for there's kind of this school of thought that books for young readers can't critically engage with these types of issues. But I think we see more and more that they can and do, and they do it in a way that speaks directly to young people. And so with the way that I could kind of imagine this world of This Poison Heart and This Wicked Fate, I could imagine a world in which those resources are allocated to mental health professionals and people who are social workers and people who are doing this kind of community-based work. And especially when I'm writing stories that center Black families and Black people, I'm always very conscious of the way that we interact with the police, how I bring the police into stories if need be. And so it's a conscious effort. And I think that YA, especially in fantasy, where we can really kind of imagine and think about all of the things that are possible, it's a really good space to do this type of work.
And I thought it was so interesting because honestly, you read fantasy and sci-fi and people are almost scared to make those characters real. And so even a character dealing with money struggles seems so unusual to read in this genre, because it's like, usually it's a character that doesn't even come up.
Yeah, it's, I'm thinking about, people in my community and people that I'm around, and it's kind of, and even my own kind of lived experiences. And it's like, this family lives in New York City. They live in Brooklyn. They live in Park Slope. And, it's kind of this issue of gentrification. They have a family-owned business. They're living in a very small apartment. These rents are going up. Like, this is the reality for a lot of people. And so speaking to those issues and kind of bringing it to the forefront, even in a YA fantasy, I think allows for discussion of these kind of bigger issues.
I love that.
And I would definitely say that the students of Florida are experiencing that as well. Through everything that's happened in the last couple of years, we're definitely seeing rent prices go up. So that's something that they can identify with across the country. It's not indicative of just one particular area.
Absolutely. And my partner's family is from Tampa. And so I can see firsthand how these things are affecting, people that I love and care about, people in my own community. And so it's a problem kind of all over the place. And I'm glad that we can kind of bring it to the forefront and be able to talk about it a little bit more.
So from Faith Evans to Hamilton, this novel is filled with music, and you are a classically trained vocalist. So is there anywhere on the internet or a streaming platform that we can hear you sing?
No. Immediately no. Immediately no. No, so the funny, I don't think there are any recordings of any productions that I've been a part of. I don't think. And it's been since like college, but I'm hoping to change that in the future. So maybe I really want to get a demo together. I would really like to do just a few classical songs. I would love to do that. So maybe in the future, but not right now. If somebody has one, it's like a bootleg version, and I don't know anything about it. So yeah.
I'm wondering, do you have any favorite roles you've played?
Probably. So in college, I was in a production of Dido and Aeneas, and I was one of the witches. So yeah, and that was fun. But I think that I don't know, I would love to do something that's more kind of that's an opera. So, but I would love to do something that's more kind of Broadway musical theater based. So like in my mind, I'm Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Like I would love to play like a bad guy. Like that would be amazing. Yeah.
Well, that rolls perfectly into the game we wanted to play with you today.
Okay.
So this book is
we. I don't know.
Yeah, Michelle.
Michelle
actually has no idea what this game is either. I always surprise her so that she can't study up. But this book is chock full of musical theater references. So we'll be playing a game we're calling Briseis on Broadway. And I'm going to read you a clue that includes a song title, and you'll try to guess the name of the Broadway show. Okay. I'm gonna test your mettle. I have a little screen to share with you so that maybe it'll help a little bit. Okay, can you both see the Briseis on Broadway?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, there are, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clues. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Question number 1. In the beginning of the novel, Briseis's family is struggling financially due to gentrification, so it might make sense if she felt a personal connection to the song If I Were a Rich Man from this musical.
Fiddler on the Roof?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Yes.
That is correct. Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
I
Fiddler
don't
on the
know
Roof.
who I am right now.
1 point for the both of you, 0 points for me. I haven't stumped you yet. All right. Question number 2. Briseis has the enviable ability to grow a plant from a seedling to an adult in a matter of seconds, while the rest of us would need to take a lesson from Osceola in this Broadway show and try to cultivate some paciencia y fe.
In the Heights.
In the Heights, correct. That's my favorite number in that musical,
Yes,
too.
makes me cry every time. Yes.
All right, question number 3. When Briseis goes to check on her secret growth of water hemlock, there's a chance she might have sung the title song from this musical, though she never encounters Little Red Riding Hood or the baker's wife.
Into the Woods.
Yes.
Into the Woods. You're both. All right, perfect. Working together, you're 3 for 3. All right. Question number 4. The Absurdist Heart might be quite spooky, but at least it never breaks into a rendition of Feed Me Seymour from this plant-themed show.
Little Shop of
Little Shop of
Horrors.
Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. Excellent,
Little Shop-
excellent. All right, we have
Shop of Horrors. Sorry.
2 more. All right. Though her moms worry for her safety, when asked if she wants to return to Brooklyn, Briseis might respond by belting, "And I am telling you, I'm not going," from this musical.
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls. All right, we have one more. When she begins to crush on Marie, Briseis might be moved to take a note from Karen Olivo and sing your song from this Broadway adaptation of a Baz Luhrmann film.
Oh no. I know this. Why is my brain acting like this? Oh no. Okay,
I'll give you guys.
I'm a mess.
I know that you know it and just can't think of the title, but Michelle, the movie, had Nicole Kidman in it.
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. There you go. Excellent. All right.
So in my
couldn't
head, I was
stump
like,
you
Chicago?
guys.
That doesn't look like Chicago. That's not
yeah.
like
Well, I couldn't stump you guys, but thank you so much for joining us today. And for anybody who has already read This Poison Heart, the sequel, This Wicked Fate, when can we expect it?
It is out. It is out
I didn't know
now. Yes.
Well,
it is
I'm
out
going
now.
I'm going to Books A Million
You gotta go get it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, because this book ends on a fabulous cliffhanger that's going to have people rushing to their libraries. And if you haven't read This Poison Heart by Kalynn Bayron yet, it is fantastic. If you love magic, if you like pop culture, I feel like there's so much in here for everyone. It's a great new YA novel that I think a lot of people are going to love.
Okay,
So thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see you next time. Bye.